Today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Movie Monster Series Godzilla Earth, or the Bandai Movie Monster Series Godzilla Filius, or the Bandai Movie Monster Series Godzilla Earth Jr. as I sometimes call him. And as an added bonus, we'll be looking at his lightning blue candy figure counterpart. So I guess we'll just take a look at this guy first. He's see-through, he's blue, and he's got some metallics on him, and he pretty much has the same amount of articulation as his bigger brother does, except that his tail doesn't move, but I'm pretty sure that's just because of a glue seal. Now this guy is essentially just a sized down version of the bigger boy over there, just with clear blue vinyl with some metallic paint applications. There really isn't too much different about him other than that. You're gonna get the same articulation in the arms and in the legs with a little bit of resistance there. Arms, legs, resistance. Obviously, this guy's crazy defining features, the metallics and the see-through vinyl, and I think that looks really, really good on this guy. I especially love it on the dorsal plates on his back because, oof, man, do those things look awesome. The little highlights on his chest and belly look great too. And then, of course, you're going to get them on his shoulder blades, on both sides, as well as on the top of his thighs. And when it comes to size, I mean, he's the same size as any normal candy figure. There's Shin Godzilla for comparison. Literally, the only differentiating things between the two, aside from design and what movie they're from, is just the material that they're sculpted in, well, the color of the material they're sculpted in, and the paint. Other than that, this guy is really not that special. But I still love him. Now, despite what people say about the big plant boy over here, I actually really do enjoy this design a lot. I like the origin of this Godzilla. I like what he was eventually revealed to be, aside from being, you know, a giant hulking Godzilla plant. The definition on the muscles for Filius boy over here just looks fantastic. My opinion on this fella still hasn't changed too much, but one of the things that will probably never change is just how much I love the dorsal plates on him. I love that metallic paint. I like how they glitter and gleam in the light. And I actually really like that this figure has glitter on him. Look at that. Look at that. He sparkles. This figure, I believe, is living proof that Bandai still has it, but for whatever reason, they just choose to not use it. Don't get me wrong, this guy still suffers from some current day Bandai issues, like the dorsal plates not being painted all the way through. But aside from that, I feel this figure really stands on his own. He's got great detail, he's got great paint. I mean, I guess it's a good thing that this Godzilla was essentially only like 3 different colors. The only part of this figure that I feel suffers just a little bit is the face. Don't get me wrong, I like how the face looks. You know, we can see his nostrils, we can see his teeth, we can even see a little bit of his tongue. Maybe it's the smallest nitpick possible, but I do feel there could have been at least a little bit more detail on his face. I say that about the face, but basically every other part of this figure is a detail marvel. His chest, his stomach, his thighs, his arms, his back, his freaking tail. Heck, even on the dorsal plates. This guy is just teeming with detail. Though, like I said, it's the smallest nitpick in the world because the rest of his body is just covered in the detail. So, before we end this video off, the arms can go all the way around. All the way around. As can the legs. A little bit stiff. And something that still surprises me even to this day is the tail articulation on this guy. Oh, and how could I possibly forget? This Godzilla's fingernails and toenails are a darker shade of metallic blue. They're very similar to the dorsal plates in color, just, you know, darker. I know that might leave some to be desired on this figure, but I think it's a really nice and very cool and different touch. Also, those blue eyes though. So blue, so tiny, so expressive and glittery. He's a fantastically detailed boy, and he's got tail articulation. How could you go wrong? Well, everybody, that's about going to wrap it up for this episode of Rob's Godzilla Room Reviews. When we return next week, I will be talking about the last anime figure and the last Godzilla figure for this arc, that being the Monster King series Godzilla Filius figure. So it's more or less going to kind of be like this figure, only, you know, bigger figure. And then we will finally be getting into Godzilla's foes, the villainous kaiju. and I've got quite the lineup to start that part of this arc off. So by all means, come back next week. There will be more, a lot more. Although I really have to think about the scheduling next week because E3 starts this weekend, and I really would like to cover E3 at least a little bit this year. So Godzilla Room videos are coming next week. It's just they might go up extra early, they might go up extra late. Still gotta decide on all that. But anyway, I have been ShinRobjira. Do hope you enjoyed. May Skrionk be with you all. And I can't believe Rob's Godzilla Room reviews is almost over for the year. Already. I mean, I say already, but it's almost been a year. Jeez. Anyway, see you later, everybody.